If you're considering purchasing undeveloped oceanfront property to build upon, watch this video to learn where to build on your lot and other helpful information. North Carolina regulations require that new construction be a certain distance or setback from the ocean. The setback is measured landward from the line of stable natural vegetation nearest the sea, usually near the base of the frontal dune. Other restrictions also may apply. Local permit officers can locate the minimum setbacks on your lot. Purchasers should note that the required setback does not guarantee a safe location. In fact, it implies that if erosion occurs as expected, a new building could be sitting on the beach or destroyed in 30 years, about the time the structure is paid for under a traditional 30-year mortgage. Because the ocean shoreline is eroding, it may be in your best interest to build farther landward than the minimum distances allowed. What building construction features help reduce or prevent storm damage? Several features can prevent or substantially reduce the likelihood of damage from severe storms or erosion. Piling foundations can raise the first floor above expected flood elevations and waves. Avoiding the storm surge and waves is critical for storm survival. You should determine the floor elevation relative to local flood predictions. Higher elevations are safer. Embedding the tip of pilings deeper than 5 feet below sea level can help a building stand during temporary storm-induced dune erosion episodes and long-term erosion. If my oceanfront property becomes threatened by erosion, can I, 1, construct a seawall? No. Seawalls, bulkheads, revetments, groins, jetties, or breakwaters are generally not allowed along the ocean beaches of North Carolina. These hardened erosion control devices can damage the beach and adjacent properties. 2, construct temporary erosion control structures such as sandbags. Yes, if a building is imminently threatened by erosion, a property owner may be permitted to place large sandbags or build artificial sand dunes for temporary protection to allow the building to be relocated or until short-term erosion has reversed. Both size and time limits are placed on each temporary sandbag structure. For information on site-specific erosion control projects, contact your local permit officer or the NC, Division of Coastal Management. 3, replenish the eroding shoreline by placing sand from an outside source onto my property? Yes, beach nourishment may be permitted in North Carolina. However, it provides only temporary relief and requires regular additions of sand for maintenance. To be effective, it must extend beyond the beach in front of a single property, generally along a mile or more of shoreline. It is, therefore, a community solution rather than an individual property owner's solution. I-4. Move my house away from the eroding shoreline? Yes. If space allows, a structure can be moved landward on the same lot, or it can be relocated to a new property. If the building is relocated with private funds, it must be relocated the maximum feasible distance, landward on the present property. If relocated with public funds, it must meet the current setback requirements. 5. Be required to move my house away from the eroding shoreline? Yes. As of 1993, new development permits for oceanfront buildings require owners to move or dismantle erosion-threatened buildings that are less than 20 feet from the line of stable dune vegetation nearest the sea, unless natural shoreline recovery or beach nourishment takes place within 2 years and the structure is no longer threatened. For information on site-specific erosion control projects, contact your local permit officer or the NC, Division of Coastal Management. And finally, can I rebuild or repair my building if it is damaged by a coastal storm, fire, or other hazard? Maybe. If the damage is less than 50% of the building's market value immediately prior to the damage, you may be able to repair it at its original location. However, if the building is more than 50% damaged, repairs must meet the latest setback requirements, floodplain regulations, and other building code requirements. Permits are required as if it were new construction. In addition, repair or replacement on the lot would be prohibited if erosion has left insufficient space to meet the setback at that time. Purchasers should determine if the lot and building presently meet the setback for new construction and is eligible for a replacement building. Keep in mind the risk that erosion may make the lot unbuildable in the future.